Hello everybody, I'm Eric from Wellingshire, and today we are going to be talking about the next great prophet, the speaker of truth, the one and only that will tell us the right way to heaven. Of course, I'm speaking of the YouTuber, Dead Metal. At this time he has about 2.5 thousand viewers and subscribers, and his videos are not that they don't have many views, but I just stumbled upon this man and I'm just like, I gotta review this cause just it's so weird. It's just his whole channel is just nothing but hot takes. His channel is literally nothing but hot takes, and I love it. So first I'm just going to run through a few of his videos here and just run through the list of videos and see what he got here. Let's see. Calling Space Jam New Legacy trash. We called Doom Eternal trash. Okay. Oh, he actually said something nice about the Nintendo Switch LDO. Oh, the video right before that was commenting about how it's trash. Okay, that was weird. Hating on Halo Infinite. Okay, I'll check that earlier. This sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this is do not buy, this sucks, Forever Purge, do not buy, Outer Worlds 2, not even out, it sucks, Dark Alliance, it sucks, Metroid Dread, which isn't out as well, it sucks, obviously. Obviously, these all suck. These all suck. Everything sucks. Everything is apparently horrible. Humanity is strayed too far from God. But Ratchet and Clank Rifted Apart as the best game of the year. Yep, that makes sense. I'll make a video about that later. Oh, and right before that, he comments on how Final Fantasy VII Remake is tearing apart the video game industry. He literally has 2 videos on it. Like, seriously, man. Okay, Listen, I can go down the line and just, say everything that's wrong, because not one, when you suddenly turn around and you give, one good take, and then immediately turn around and call every other form of media trash, that's just, that's, of course, I'm pretty sure everything that he says is, all his opinions, and this is literally my first take at this, but, man, he really just hates everything. So, the second part of this video is going to be looking through his collection of fine critiques, and looking at, which ones are decent and reasonable, and which ones are, hot takes. So let's start off with our Loki Sucks review. Let's look at that one.
Into it, I want to thank Disney for advancing me the first couple episodes of Loki so that I could review them for you here, as I always like to do it.
I'm just gonna have to stop you right there. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, you got premier access to Disney? You got premier access to Disney with 2.5 thousand subscribers. You got premier access to look at videos later on. Well, wow, you must be, some big guy. Okay,
Loki absolutely sucks. This show is the bottom of the barrel. Dilapidated piece of trash, garbage juice, nothing but a burning fire representing the ashes of the once almighty MCU. I'm sitting back in my...
Clearly, this is a very objective conversation, and none of the words that he's saying are clearly, biased.
My whiskey, smoke on my cigar, and then I'm going to get up, I'm going to unzip, and I'm going to piss on the ashes. Loki is what...
We are 1 minute and 5 seconds in. 1 minute and 5 seconds in this 10-minute video. And he's already lost me. He's lost me, okay? Just gone. Mine, just, goodbye. I'm never coming back here. Bye.
Handmaid's Tale Season 4. I am not a stranger to bad TV, but Loki tops them all. God of Mischief, more like
I'm not even defending this. I'm just like, there's definitely something below it.
this show. Loki is best viewed as a comedic and, scheming villain in the background, a B-plus player.
Yes, and that's also the reason why Loki was perfect for this show.
That's why he was perfect for the Avengers, the first Avengers, as the primary villain, because he set up Thanos. He was the villain of the movie, but he wasn't the overall threat.
This show was meant to highlight, the little parts of each story. It's meant to highlight how Loki is a D-class character that deserves to be in the background and deserves nothing more than being in the background.
Shoddy ass subscription service. Disney Plus isn't worth your money, but it really isn't worth your money when you're considering.
It's not worth your money to have the entire catalog of TV shows and movies from the entirety history of Disney, except for the racist cartoons, because those are just banished to the vault.
Well, they completely abandoned that. He is a straight-up comic relief character that this show is focused on, and the jokes don't even land.
I still thought it was funny when he got kicked in the balls 10,000 times in an internal loop. Kinda wishing that he went through that situation. Number one, comedy is a subjective idea. And number two, have you put down any evidence or any situations in this story where you actually felt like you were just lost with this entire story and you couldn't get it? No, you're the exact type of guy who says a movie shouldn't exist. I mean, have you just seen your catalog? The entirety of it is just, everything sucks, it shouldn't exist. So after that, he just goes on to repeat the same sentence like 15 times to just spread it all out to 10 minutes to get that ad revenue. Let's find, let's see. Let's actually see what he says about... Let's actually see what he says about Halo Infinite. How that's going to be terrible.
Regarding the horrible, deplorable state of Halo in 2021. You see,
This video, just to clarify, came out right after E3. That means that this video came out right after the entirety of the 15-minute showing of Halo multiplayer. And you could ask any Halo fan ever to exist. You could ask any Halo fan that wasn't a Halo fan, and they could tell you that thing was hype. That thing was nice.
343 have bastardized Bungie's once beloved sci-fi first-person shooter. And Halo 5 was a complete disaster. You really think that taking control away from Master Chief, the icon of Halo, and putting us into the role, into the perspective of some bland, unremarkable character I can't even remember the name of, was the best way to go about that shit, 343? There's a
Hey, the guy's name is Locke, and how dare you make me agree with you?
And allow him to spew every incarnation of Halo that they can get thrown at him. And they lap up the cum that was Halo Wars, the fucking cum that is that god-awful Halo show.
Hold just hold on there. Hold on there. It's one thing to attack the Halo franchise for running out of ideas. It's a completely other thing for attacking the TV show in Halo Wars. You didn't have to go there, man. We had Halo 5 for that.
Back playing Halo 2 multiplayer, we fucking scoff at the Halo multiplayer that we saw in the Halo Infinite trailer. That shit is unrecognizable.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to take the word of this man. But if anybody who played Halo 2 online just wants to come out and say how they felt about Halo Infinite multiplayer, please do. I would like to hear a second opinion.
And they're adopting the free-to-play model for the Halo Infinite multiplayer, which tells me that that is not something I will touch with a 10-foot pole. It's going to be infested with microtransactions, it's going to be infested with paid skins, and it's going to have a bunch of...
I mean, this guy may have a point until you recognize exactly what 343 has been saying this entire time. The Halo devs have actually came out and talked about loot boxes, battle passes, and microtransactions. They expressed that there will be no loot boxes in this game, meaning that almost everything that you buy will be what you wanted. And, of course, following trends, they will have a battle pass, but they ensured everybody that the battle pass will never expire, meaning that you can always go back to a previous battle pass. And yes, of course, they have microtransactions. But I think where people are confused is that microtransactions in themselves are not bad things. But once you cross that line in which microtransactions turn from getting extra content to actually being a sleazy way to steal money in things like gambling with loot boxes or just giving you content that should have been there from the beginning, that's where microtransactions become bad. And it actually seems like Halo Infinite devs have tried their best to not step over that line, and I appreciate them for that. You know, the gaming industry hasn't evolved past, loot boxes, how they have not recognized that it's a terrible business practice to just force in microtransactions, especially with a series like Halo, which has had its fair share of terrible microtransactions.
Do not fund Halo Infinite. Don't show Microsoft that they can get away with this absolute pile of regurgitated trash. Invest in new IPs. Put your money towards...
Oh, we should invest in new IPs, like Starfield. Oh, wait, you hate Starfield, even though we had a, 30-second video of it. That entire video was just him going off with speculation and telling how the previous are bad. I mean, obviously, if the previous are bad, then there's no way of improvement. There's no way, and that's why I'm here. I'm terrible, so obviously I can't improve myself. And neither can anything else, apparently. Because once something is proclaimed terrible, it may never return from the abyss of trash. I still love the comments on the Halo Infinite video. I mean, thanks to Hal Jordan Forever for saying, "Soon the great journey shall begin, but the weight of your heresies shall stay at your feet, and you shall be left behind." We really need that. Real gamers, non-gamers, didn't know you had to be specific races of gamers. I didn't even know there was races of gamers. Sarcasm is thick in this one. Tell me, Oracle, what is the purpose of the Holy Rings? To imagine the rage of true reclaimers. The gamers! Dude sounds like he has 3 different colds at the same time. Yeah, then there's this one guy down here that actually tries to take it legit and says, "You won't change anyone's opinion." And honestly, not to throw shade at him, because obviously he's just telling the truth, but you didn't need to say that. Everybody knows he's not gonna do anything. Here's an idea. Maybe this guy's just a troll. Maybe he's just joking around. Oh, everything's so terrible. Maybe that's it. He actually has a video on here that says, "Am I just a troll?"
And you remove all of your personal bias and hatred towards whatever I'm saying.
You find a extremely opinionated person providing absolutely no positive influence on the world.
Your intelligence is the problem. You have too low of an IQ
To recognize how low mine is.
problem. All you need to do is look at the like to dislike ratio on my videos to figure out how many complete fucking idiots there really are out there.
Yes, of course, we found the ratio of idiots to geniuses. In the like button.
Despite all that, you go on Social Blade. I am the fastest growing YouTube channel of 2021. Those of you who do
Stop right there. Just stop right there. Just stop. Stop the camera, stop everything. I'm gonna need like a few peer-reviewed studies about that, maybe a few statistics about I need a few statistic and comparisons for that.
You are below me in every way, shape, and form. I could not care less about you. So
I mean, this guy's right. He's clearly the evolution. I'm still on Neanderthal while he's on, like, another level. He's an ascended human being. He's obviously superior than me in every single way. There's no way that I admit, I'm worse than him. Oh, it feels so bad to be such a inferior being to this obviously greater power. Okay, so he released 2 videos consecutively. Basically, the first one saying, X Defiant is trash, and then the next one saying that it's the best game of the year. Which is concerning to me already, but let's go into them.
the new Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich. They know this for a fact. Hyperscape failed spectacularly as a battle. We have realistic, grounded, tactical gunplay. That gunplay looked like something third rate that you would see in a single A multiplayer free game for your fucking phone. The gunplay has no weight to it. The bullets, the characters are from very different franchises, very different universes, but we have realistic.
Okay, that makes sense. He thinks that the gunplay is going to be repetitive and thinks that Ubisoft is kind of just recycling ideas. Great to know, as long as he stands by that word. Now, let's go to the video about how he
And old trash. But X Defiant is bringing something different to the table, and that is why I think that it will single-handedly save the gaming industry. You see, X Defiant.
What is it bringing to the table? What new thing is it bringing to the table? I'm interested. You've interested me. You have my attention.
Industry. I mean, we don't need to look any further back than Hyperscape, easily the most popular battle royale FPS game currently in the world. They put forth all the elbow.
Hold up. In your last video, when you talked about Hyperscape, you said it was a waste of space, and it was just not worth anything. And now, almost a day later, you're just like, oh no, you know what, all of this is great, all of this is worth it.
They harp on this fact and they show footage to back it up. The gunplay is weighty. The gunplay is realistic. The gunplay looks, feels, and sounds like something I could be into. Alright? And I don't just play any trash. You need to.
Okay, hold up. Hold up. What? You just said in the last video how you hated that. Why are you now doubling back on what you said?
Not losing the core of the gameplay. And as you watch the trailer, the worldwide reveal, they harp on this fact and they show footage to back it up. Of the hill, they are going for the crown. There is no one in the modern gaming landscape that I trust more than Ubisoft to get it done. I'm pumped for X Defiant. As I'm talking about it here, as I'm feels.
You said the exact opposite about the game in your last review, and now you're doubling back on that. For what reason? To make 2 videos about one game?
Single-handedly save the gaming industry, mark my words. There's no reason to doubt me. I've never been wrong before. I'm incapable of being wrong. There's no reason to doubt me. I've never been wrong before. I'm incapable of being wrong. I'm incapable of being wrong. Words. There's no reason to doubt me. I've never been wrong before. I'm incapable of being wrong.
I mean, really, there's nothing good here. You have crusades against the PS5s and accusations of Sony fanboys. You have people trying to actually give him criticism only for him in his next video to call them out as leeches. You have such titles as "You Are Ruining Gaming" and "Video Games Are for Losers and for Idiots." How hilarious, because you're playing them and you're a loser and an idiot. You have so many terrible reviews that are just based off of opinion. So apparently, 2 weeks ago, he said he was quitting YouTube. So apparently, 2 months ago, he was apparently quitting YouTube.
The reason I chose to return to YouTube is because everybody is lost without me. I was gone from this website for a day. We are talking 24 hours. I'm getting blown up on social media. I'm getting contacted by Google directly telling me that YouTube has lost direction. The viewer numbers have dropped significantly. That the website is in danger of imminent failure. That's not a term that they throw around loosely over there at Google. It means their business was rapidly approaching the end. So they reached out to me, the single driving force behind YouTube, the single most relevant video game and film critic, the only reliable source of factual news, and they told me, "Dead Metal, we need you back. The sheep have run amok without their herder. The shepherd has returned to bring every one of you back in line. Because it's my duty. Everything I said in my leaving YouTube video is 100% factual, and it is how I feel. But that burden, let's be real, that weight of leading you people along, making your decisions for you, making sure that you don't wander astray, keeping you in line, leading you to some semblance of success, that is something only I can do. Who else do you have on this platform that could possibly tell you people what to think, what to eat, what to drink, how to live your life? Nobody can be trusted with that but me. I'm a transient being sent here by God, taking human form to lead the flock. You people are lost without me. There's no other way to say it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. All right? Some are natural born leaders. Others are natural born followers. You're followers. I'm a leader. This is how the world has worked. It's how everything has operated for the last 2,000 years. And it's how it's going to continue to operate. I'm filling a necessary role. Without me, what are you going to do? You're just going to pander along for 60 years, retire, and you're going to regret your life. I'm here to change that. So Dead Metal's back. You're not going to have to worry about wasting your time playing bullshit games, selling you on false promises, trying to milk everything from your fucking wallets, drain your bank accounts, and leave you in financial ruin. Similarly, you do not need to worry about wasting 2 to 4 hours on films that are going to disrespect you with horrible plot.
To determine what somebody eats and drinks. You know what this starts to sound like?
It's bad acting,
Narcissism.
terrible characterization, abhorrent pacing, or poor direction. I will warn you about them. This is my cross to bear. This is the burden that I take on willingly for each and every one of you. It's a selfless act if you think about it. All right? It really is. But that's okay. I'm not a humble being. I will give you the opportunity to compensate me for the service I'm providing to you. Matter of fact, we're going to call it borderline necessary. All right? Think of everything that I just told you I'm doing for you.
free
Now, don't
speech,
you think you
nothing.
could do a little bit of
There's
something for
leaders
Dead
and
Metal?
there's not leaders. You know, that's
Think of
how
all
it
of that.
works.
Life
That's
advice,
how it
financial
works.
advice, movie reviews, film reviews, telling you what to think. You don't even have to think anymore. Don't you think that all of that is worth a little bit of something, a little bit of dough kicked back to Dead Metal, a little bit of money put back in his pocket for all the effort he's putting forward for you? Huh? Don't you think that's worth something? Well, now's your chance. Put up or shut up. Put your money where your mouth is. If you're going to sit there and take in this content, if you're going to take the time out of your day to click the like or dislike button, let's be real, you're clicking the dislike button. If you're going to take your time out of your day to write me a nasty ass comment insulting me, telling me what a waste of space I am, hey, it's all cool. Comes with the job. But at least take the time to head on over to Patreon and kick a little something my way, because you know I damn well deserve it.
Oh, I'm fine. The same.